Welcome back to Omaha, where Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting is underway. Brooks Running, a subsidiary of Berkshire, is a company with a 100-year-old history, and yet only in the last 15 years has it really found its rhythm. With more than $30 million in debt in 2001, Jim Weber took the helm, and he focused the company on one category, running. Today, the company is worth $500 million. Joining us right now is Jim Weber. He's the CEO and chairman of Brooks Running. And Jim, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Becky.
You know, it's kind of a novel idea when you look at the Nikes, the Under Armours of the world, all these companies that are all things to all athletes. What made you decide that you were going to focus just on running?
We saw an opportunity to build a brand right in the middle of the running lifestyle, and we haven't looked back.
How do you execute that strategy? How do you market to it?
Well, it's interesting.
What's it like to be owned by Berkshire Hathaway? How is it to be kind of a small fish in a really big ocean of companies, and then to have Warren Buffett as somebody that you kind of can turn to or get advice from?
You know, I can compare and contrast. We've had 4 owners at Brooks in the last 15 years, and I have to say Berkshire, for us, in building a brand is the better. You know, we'll go somewhere else.
Millennials are now outnumbering baby boomers, just in terms of the generation here. How do you reach out towards the millennials, and are they your customers too?
24% of people digitally, that's where they exist.
Is that the biggest part of your marketing budget right now?
Well, no, we're still a very grassroots-oriented companies.
This morning.
Thank you, Becky. It's great to be here.
So about 4 years ago, you guys were facing some difficult times, and what happened? How did Warren Buffett suddenly become interested in the company?
Well, I joined the company 8 years ago. We were owned by private equity. An email on a Friday around 10 o'clock. Within 2 hours, our phone rang. It was Warren. He said, you know, tell me about the business, send me over whatever financials you have, and I'll get back to you soon. Meeting with Warren, and at the end of the 2 hours, he said, let's do the deal.
Were you surprised by the speed with which this whole deal transpired?
A little surprised, but it lives up to everything I supervisor, but nothing was happening. Or at least they didn't realize. Sometimes things were happening and there was no feedback loop. And so after the show, the first thing I did was questions, and things changed immediately from there.
You know, I get the Oriental Trading Catalog at home, and I often flip through it. I just wonder, how do you break down sales these days in terms of how much is coming from the catalog, how much is coming from your online component? Because I'll admit a lot of times I flip through the catalog, but then I order online. So is it a marketing tool for you at this point?
Absolutely. So those are coming online.
But I got to tell you, it's the catalog showing up that reminds me to go look online.
And that's why people say, well, will the catalogs sometime go away from print, reducing print spend and shifting more to digital marketing, and we're seeing good success there too.
Great. Well, Sam, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Becky. It's great to be here.
Really appreciate it. Up next, we are on the money. Is building a solid nest egg easier than you think? Well, if you listen to